Welcome to a brand new episode of the Oracle 19. And my name is Greatness. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for their continued support. And as usual, I'm always say it, but I definitely mean it. It's definitely, I appreciate it. You know, you do have people in the world that of like mind. And it's very important in this day and time, especially when there's a lot of negativity in the world. We have to be, as citizens, more focused and read certain things and apply it in our daily life and pay attention to the world around us, because it's definitely real. Once again, any business questions, concerns, or sponsorship, you want to promote your platform on the podcast, you can email me at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Once again, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And for shopping, our small miniature shopping mall, baby shopping mall I call it, www.evolutionoflondon.com. Once again, www.evolutionoflondon.com. And for your custom clothing, teespring.com/stores/Evolution of London. And donations through our PayPal account, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Well, today we're going to talk about the rise of hate in the Asian community. And should everyone care or not care? It's all about perception. Now, I know it's going to rub people the wrong way, but I'm just giving my perspective. The rise of racism in the Asian community. So I'm going to let you listen to a video that is going to discuss the rise of the Asian community, the rise of hate, I should say, in the Asian community. Is this true? Is this false? Is it propaganda or not? You decide. So we're going to dive right into it. I want you to listen to this video, this little clipping, and then I'm going to give my perspective.
Why is violence against Asian Americans on the rise? A mass shooting in Georgia is the latest example of what some call a pandemic of racism with deep roots in American history. So what can be done to stop the hate? This is Inside Story. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Nick Clark. The US president is calling for unity to combat racist attacks on Asian Americans. On Tuesday, a white man shot dead 8 people in massage parlors and spas near Atlanta. 6 of the victims were women of Asian descent. Police have not called it a hate crime, but many say it's hard to see it any other way. A California-based group reported nearly 4,000 cases of harassment and assault on Asian Americans since the start of the coronavirus pandemic last year. Gabriel Elizondo has this report.
Attention Canadians born before.
Well, again, I'm gonna skip to commercial, and I want to get into it a little bit more. So hold on for a moment. So let's see. We're gonna get right into this little commercial. We're gonna dive right into it.
Trying to console a nation, President Joe Biden said on Friday evening that hate crimes against Asian Americans needs to stop.
Too many Asian Americans have been walking up and down the streets and worrying, waking up each morning the past year feeling their safety and the safety of their loved ones are at stake. They've been attacked, blamed, scapegoated, and harassed. They've been verbally assaulted, physically assaulted, killed.
The comments came in a previously planned stop by President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris in Atlanta, where on Tuesday 8 people were killed, 7 of them women, 6 being of Asian descent. The alleged gunman, a 21-year-old white man, was arrested and charged with the murders. Investigators have so far resisted calling the murders a hate crime. But on Friday, Vice President Harris, herself of Asian descent, as her mother was born in India, said racism is alive and well in America.
Ultimately, this is about who we are as a nation. This is about how we treat people with dignity and respect. Everyone has the right to go to work, to go to school, to walk down the street and be safe, and also the right to be recognized as an American.
Now, the vice president, first of all, I thought she was, a black woman first. Then I thought then before she was Asian first, and then she was Indian first. Which is it? I'm just curious, just being facetious a little bit. But I thought she was, she was talking to all of that hip hop talk, from college. And I don't know, I'm getting off on the tangent, but I'm just finding it ironic. I'm just listening, but I'll let you continue.
In New York, where there have been more than 10 documented hate crimes against Asians in recent months, a peace vigil was held calling for an end to the violence.
And I really hope this is the culmination of the hate and bigotry that Asian Americans have faced. I pray that there will not have to be another vigil in this seemingly never-ending spate of hate against Asian Americans.
President Biden and Vice President Harris planned a political rally on Friday night in Atlanta, but decided to cancel it and instead met with members of the Asian American community in the wake of the tragic shootings. Gabriel Elizondo, Al Jazeera, Washington.
All of this hoopla. Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely don't support anyone just running up and just abusing anybody, just for any reason, just cause. But I find it very ironic. Man, let me get my words together here. But black people is getting abused every day, all over the world. Every day. If it's not every day, every week. All over the world. And definitely in the United States. Every week. Man, woman, and child. And I find it very funny that, because, okay, you say, well, media say, and also you could see certain situations where Asians is getting, abused. But now the United States flag is half staff. Well, let me get my faculties straight here. I mean, because I may be saying this wrong. It just boggles my mind. Flag is, it's called half staff. that now people is uproar, is upset. It's actually upsetting me. I'm a little discombobulated right now because black folks, you know, kids is getting shot, babies is getting shot, black women is getting shot and killed and kicked, and we know black men is that's just the norm, and all the excuses is in the world are made when we black people is getting harassed, killed, and kicked, man, woman, and child. And now Asians want to unify, want black people to get on the bandwagon with them. Amazing. It's just amazing. It really is. It's amazing. I find it amazing when other races, when they getting abused, now black people supposed to get on the bandwagon with them. Let me put on some music here so I can settle down a little bit. Woo! This is crazy. All right. Let me reset my mind right now because people, I'm a little off right now. So even in my speaking, because I'm frustrated. Because it is, again, I have to stress this, it's totally amazing the levels of disrespect, and this is my perspective, that black people indirectly and directly get. So people might say, greatness, what do you mean? Okay, let me reset right now. All throughout history, and not even history, now, this year, I say last year, black people are getting killed, slaughtered. And now Asians want black people and all other races to join hands of their situation. And meanwhile, Asians have businesses set up in the black community. And I think y'all guys know where I'm getting. And the levels of disrespect that Asians have for black people. Hate they have for black people. Black people that is in the hood, they know about that too. The Asians have restaurants, Chinese restaurants, and a lot of it, the indirect disrespect they have for us. First of all, they feed the community the worst of their food. The places is nasty. They disrespectful. They not clean. There's talk all throughout the black neighborhood, the black communities about how disrespectful the Asians are. You go in their hair supply stores, they just say, hurry up and buy. They can't speak a lick of English, but they can tell you, hurry up and buy. Or they staring at you, can't wait for you to leave. This is the levels of disrespect that they have for black people. But yet we as black people supposed to empathize for them. And black people is getting slaughtered like drinking water? You kidding me? Why? The question you have to ask yourself, or black people have to ask themselves, should I really care? Should you care as black people for the years and decades of disrespect and with their businesses, how they treat black people. And I'm repeating this so it can soak in. And they still have hate for black people, collectively. Why should black people care? Why? You tell me. Why? It's like, okay, people might think, oh, that's wrong. Do you support any race getting killed? No, but I'm going to say this in practical terms. Let's say I have my own family, immediate family. We have our own little place. But we have the next door neighbor that has hate and disdain for us for whatever reason. And let's say something happens to that member of the family of the next door neighbor. Should I really care? Or would you really care? Now people say, oh yeah, as a religious person, I will care for my fellow man, but if they have, or fellow woman, but if they have hate for you, would you really care as a human being? Tell the truth. It's something to think about. I just find it real ironic now. The chicken come home to roost. It's just amazing how society is. And it's amazing how, again, low-key disrespectful other races are with black people. But when things happen to them, then now everybody wants black people to help their cause and stand by them, and everybody should hold hands and say we love each other now. This is why black people have to really get their minds right. They really do. Because low-key disrespect that other people have. But anyway, I know people's going to give me a little bit of, I'm going to get a lot of messages pertaining to this. And, oh well. Oh well. It's just my opinion, my perspective. So, something to think about. But respect is everything to me. And I'm not going to allow any race of people, individual or group, disrespect me or mine. And then when something happens to them, I'm supposed to smile and hold hands with them. Hell no. Hell no. No. And in my opinion, black people is a fool, be foolish to really be really empathetic. Let them hold their own. No. Let them hold their own. No. That's how I look at it. So, I let y'all guys decide and think. Thank you for listening.